stop comparing your wedding to other people, okay? If you don't want to do a first look, don't do a first look. We did not do a first look. The first look was walking down the aisle and it was beautiful. Your partner loves you for you, so show up as you. I did not even think about, I was like, oh my gosh, I have like my stomach area, like it looks big, or oh, my shoulders look broad, or oh, this. The day goes by so fast. Like your focus will be on so many other things. Planning a wedding is already stressful in itself, so don't add more stress onto your body. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my freaking goodness. You guys, I'm a wife. That is so crazy to say. We got married on September 20th and it's still so crazy to say wife. Like I love referring to Tim as my husband now. It's the best feeling ever. Oh my goodness, I've been a little MIA because I've been planning my wedding. And that is kind of where I've been. So I have been posting faith-based videos, not really like lifestyle vlogs. It's been a hot minute, but I am so excited to be on here. For some of you guys that don't know me, my name is Alexis and I create faith-based videos, lifestyle, fashion, and now I'm like so excited to film more wife era, eventually family and being a mom and all that good stuff. Thank you for being here. I wanted to film a wedding series because as someone that has planned their own wedding, I just felt led to share tips and tricks with you guys and like what I've learned throughout the entire process. I intentionally wanted to start with this being the first video of like the lessons that I learned, because as someone that is in the wedding planning process, maybe you're going through it right now, or like you have a friend, or you're going to eventually, I just want the lessons. Like I want the tips to know ahead of time before I actually start doing the dirty work of like planning. And so that is what today's video is going to be about. I plan to film about 2 more videos. So I'm going to go into like decor and details, the digest of like the day of the wedding and then like the day after or even like the week after. And it's awesome. I'm so excited. So let's just get into it because I'm already talking and it's been 2 minutes. So okay, also, this is not going to be in any order. This is just a list, a running list that I was adding to like throughout this entire process because I was like, oh, I definitely want to film a video about this. So here are some lessons and tips I have for you. Personally, for me and my beliefs and like my husband, we wanted Jesus to be the center of our entire wedding. We wanted to intentionally plant Easter eggs throughout the entire day so that people maybe be curious about, you know, who Jesus is. We would not be together. We would not love each other if it wasn't for him loving us first. But for starters, that one was a main one, and that was keeping Jesus at the center of the wedding. All right, so the next one is a bit controversial, and I know a lot of people kind of talk about this. I did not use a wedding planner. You're looking at the wedding planner, okay? Like, it was work. The work was there. But no, I truly believe that you can plan your own wedding, you guys. We're in this day and age where we have so many more resources at our fingertips, like Canva. We have Staples around the corner to like print stuff. We have, you know, Notion to like organize all the things, like TikTok and social media. It helps you through the entire process. And so like videos like this, I truly believe can help you as you are going through your wedding process. So we did not do a wedding planner. I'm sorry, I cannot fathom like spending thousands of dollars more on just having someone like kind of do it for me. I had a vision. I truly wanted to believe in like what I can do. And I was like, you know what? No, Alexis, you can do this. At the end of the day, you're gonna be proud. All this hard work paid off. And it truly did, you guys. Like it was the most magical experience of my life. We've had so many people come up to us and they were like, this is the best wedding I've been to. And also the fact that like my family and friends, there were people there that literally were like, Alexis, you guys inspired us so much that we are wanting to go to church, or like we are curious more about Jesus. Like that was my whole, I would not have done anything different. And I say all this to say, you don't need a wedding planner. You can plan your wedding with the resources that are at your fingertips. This one, I did not hire a makeup artist. I actually did my makeup myself. So as someone that was in love with makeup growing up, I used to watch Jaclyn Hill, Nicole Guerrero, like everyone. I loved makeup. I still love it. I was like, I can do it myself. It took me a couple months to try out different products to like really nail down what I wanted to do, but you don't need to feel like you need to spend money on things when, you know, actually that brings me into my next point. You do not need to look different on your wedding day. I know a lot of people say, oh, bridal glam, this, and like it photographs good in photos. But it's your wedding day, you guys. Like, if you want the full glam and you want to experience that, then absolutely. But if you also just want to wear your makeup, your everyday makeup, and just, you know, maybe throw on a lash or two, like, do that. Stop looking on social media because it is so bad to compare as you are planning your wedding, as you're going through the motions. Like, it is so easy for you to just kind of compare every little thing. And that also goes into my next point of comparison. Stop comparing your wedding to other people, okay? Because there are starting points that are way different for everyone. You don't need to do the facial right before your wedding. You don't need to do the Brazilian body wax, whatever. You don't need to invest in like a 6-7 step facial routine. Truly, whatever you want to do for your day of the wedding is completely up to you. And I hope you are not encouraged by other people because they're doing it or they're spending so much money on this stuff. Like, if you don't have the means to do that, don't do it. Only thing that I did different was I started gua shaing.
I don't even know how to pronounce it. That's how uneducated I am when it comes to like that stuff.
I did that for 6 months up into my wedding. I bought the expensive products. It broke me out. I was like, absolutely not. I'm not even gonna try to risk it. And so if you want to do something, I just encourage you, maybe try it like 6 months before your wedding, but you don't need to do all the extravagant things because you see it on social media and you see it online. Walk down the aisle slowly. During rehearsal, I was like, Dad and I were walking down the aisle. This is amazing pace. Good job, Dad. The second I freaking saw my husband, I swear, I was like sprinting to him at the altar. Walk slowly. It's not even the people that were looking at me that made me want to walk faster, but you just like innately just do it, if that makes sense. I don't know. So be cautious, because I got to a point where I was walking really, really fast, and then like I realized, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And I'm like literally sprinting with my dad. My dad's probably like, and then I got halfway and then I was like, oh, slow down. So then I went slower, but it was very obvious that I did that. Assign bridal duties. I am so freaking happy that I did this. You guys may think that I'm a high maintenance type A personality. I am type A 100%, but I will say a lot of times at weddings, people are always asking like, what can we do? What can we help you with? So in order for me to clear up that, I'm crazy. I put together a binder with everything in it, you guys. I will actually leave the link below with the binder with everything that I put, except I'll take out like obviously personal information. But if you guys just want to reference it or something, I don't know, if you want to like copy it or duplicate it on Canva, I'll try to like leave a link or something. I have to go through it just to make sure I can do that. But yes, I did bridal duties. So Vanessa, you do this. Madison, do this. Like, I kindly asked them, like, if they would be able to do that. But there are things on the wedding day that you really don't think of. And so I made sure I, like, hit everything. Who's going to take the veil back to my bridal suite after? Who is going to deliver the notes that I wrote? Who's going to make sure the videographer has food? They were like, this is so extremely helpful. And all my bridesmaids were literally the best. I felt like I didn't stress out because everyone had everything covered. And it was amazing. So if you have a bridal party, I highly recommend that. And that also goes into my next thing. So I did not do a social media content creator at my wedding. I had a videographer and then I had a photographer, well, 2 photographers. My bridesmaids were my social media content creators, okay? I had certain videos that I really wanted to recreate the day of, so I also put that in the binder. And I literally listed out like this TikTok, the name of the TikTok with the URL behind it. And then it would say like, we need to film in our black PJ pajamas or gown and the dress. Like, I labeled everything so that we could get some content the day of the wedding. They were literally my content creators. And now I have freaking loads of content, just videos and footage that I get to look on, and it's awesome. Okay, so camcorder. I recommend that. You guys, my camcorder, my parents gave it to me because they weren't using it any longer, and they gave me the camcorder, and we had this camcorder probably for, I'm not even kidding when I say that, since I was born. And I remember that I had it, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to charge this thing up. So I bought the cord. I used the camcorder to basically capture the entire weekend. So the rehearsal dinner, the wedding, all of it. During the wedding day, people would go around and they were like holding it, and it was just amazing. Like, highly recommend a camcorder. If you can, do not go out and purchase it, but I'm just saying, if you do have one, or if you have like a digital camera, like, it's just, I think, more nostalgic than carrying around your like phone or something. So camcorder was a hit, and I'm so happy. And we even brought the camcorder to the mini moon that we took the week of the wedding. Tim and I went to New Buffalo, Michigan, and that was for 5 days, and it was like the best little mini vacation that we've taken because we are going to Hawaii in January. So we considered the New Buffalo trip a mini moon. And so that I would also recommend that. Maybe instead of taking the honeymoon right after the wedding, like if you guys have you know, time to do this, if you guys have the means, like take a little mini vacation. Or even if it's just going up to a town that's near you and staying 2 nights or something at like a little hotel or a bed and breakfast. And that also goes into my next point. So the day after the wedding, we actually just got breakfast, Tim and I. We didn't want it to be like an extravagant thing. As much as we wanted our families to be here, and like as much as we wanted to like get a brunch with them or something, or like a lunch, that just like logistically wasn't really possible. And so Tim and I just decided like we're just gonna do a breakfast between him and I. And it was just so nice because we were literally there sitting there and just recapping the night. Oh my gosh, did you remember this? Did you remember this? Oh, this was so fun. I loved that day, that entire weekend, you guys. I just get so, it was amazing. This one, another controversial thing. You see a lot of this on social media to do a first look. Keep in mind, you guys, I was super adamant. I was like, I am not doing a first look. I want my husband to see me for the first time as I walk down the aisle. I am adamant and I'm sticking to my guns, right? 4 days before the wedding, you guys, I am going back and I'm on social media and I'm like, oh my gosh, I should do a first look. Now, if we don't do a first look, then we have to do all the bridal portraits during cocktail hour, and we miss cocktail hour and we're not with our guests, and there's more time that you could spend with your guests and whatever. So I was literally texting my photographer and I was like, okay, like Carradine, what are your thoughts? Freaking out. I decided, I was like, you know what? I slept on it. I talked to Tim and Tim was like, I'd really prefer to see you down the aisle, but if it's stressing you out, if you feel overwhelmed, like I really want to eliminate that stress on you. And so we could do the first look. I'm absolutely going to honor what he wants, obviously. I'm not going to not do a first look just because I want to have cocktail hour with my family and friends. Like that is so not the point, you guys. So if you don't want to do a first look, don't do a first look. We did not do a first look. The first look was walking down the aisle and it was beautiful. I loved that. And then we did pictures, and yes, we were not able to make it to our cocktail hour, but looking back on it, like I would not change the day at all. I think it was beautiful. I think everything just went amazing. And so if you don't do a first look, or even if you do a first look, just know that like your decision is okay. Like there's not a good or right decision. It's totally up to you. So do whatever your heart desires. I dedicated my bouquet to my you guys, I'm getting so excited. I'm just, oh my gosh. Okay. Instead of doing a garter toss or a bouquet toss or whatever, I actually dedicated my bouquet to my mom. And during that time, I actually did write a little speech. That was also great because that was a great opportunity for us to thank the guests. For starters, I just want to say thank you for those of you that joined us, you know, flew in, spent time, spent money. We're so happy to be here with you guys, and just like we feel the love, and you guys are also special and whatever. So like I was able to say a little thank you, which was really important to me. And then that went into me kind of like having a little speech about my mom, and it was just so freaking cute. I'm not even kidding. Like I saw tears in the audience. Like it was really special. Yeah, love that little detail. Okay, ceremony. When I talk about emotion, this is also what I want to talk about. Instead of a unity candle, what we did, and I encourage any faith-loving Jesus believers, do a intimate prayer where your guests are asked to lay a hand on the couple and take that time in prayer. Our pastor, he made like an announcement. He was like, for those of you guys that want to come up, we would like you to lay a hand on the couple, and I would just like to pray over them. So during that moment, we actually had, one of my friends was singing the processional. But then during that moment for the prayer, it was after we exchanged rings, but before we were obviously announced as like newlyweds, we did a prayer. And so she sang The Blessing by Carrie Job. As people were like walking up, she was like singing and stuff, and everyone like laid a hand on us, and we just did a quick prayer. And then pastor started with the prayer, and then he opened the floor to anyone else that wanted to pray. And there was like a few more people that prayed, and then he closed it out with prayer. But it was such a moving experience, and I feel like we were told that was one of the most moving ceremonies they have been to because of that piece right there. Was you just felt the Holy Spirit, you just felt so connected. If that is one takeaway from this video, I just feel like that is one of the best decisions that we did for our wedding. It was intentionally just bringing the Holy Spirit, inviting him in, and yeah. Okay, dress code. If you want a dress code, please do not be scared to ask guests to wear a certain color. For my wedding, I just wanted guests to wear black. The reason why I wanted guests to wear black was because I wanted my mom and mother-in-law to be the only ones in color, and that is champagne. And then my dad had a blue tie and like a blue little handkerchief thing. He was my something in blue. And guests actually, after the wedding, they were like, this is the most classy, timeless looking wedding I have been to. So I'm just gonna let you know, the black theme, the black attire is freaking nice. It looks super nice. It looks super classy, and it was just, I freaking loved it. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I stuck with my guns, because my dad was like, I don't think you should do it. Like, it looks like everyone's going to a funeral. And I'm like, no, wait, Dad, you wait and see. If you have specific seating arrangements, communicate those clearly. If you are looking at the couple, like if you are the audience and you're looking at the couple, typically the bride is on the left side, and then like the bride's family would be also on the left side. I wanted to switch it. So I was on this side. So I was on the right side, and I wanted my parents and like my family, everyone could sit wherever they want, but like my immediate family, like my grandparents, like the people that obviously are mostly on my side, like as far as family, extended family, etc., like they were to sit opposite of me, because I wanted them to be able to see my reaction. I was really, really pleased with how that turned out, because I got to see my family and like they got to see my reaction, and it was just a beautiful thing. So don't be hesitant on seating arrangements. You could literally do what you want. You don't need to spend $900 on a cake. We did a him and hers cake, and it was 4 layers, but it was like literally like this big. 4 layers kind of sounds like a lot, but it's like this big. And we wanted actually just to have us be the ones eating it, and then we could take home the remaining of the cake and then save it and freeze it and eat it on our anniversary. But I forgot to communicate that with the coordinator. So she actually served our cake, which is no problem at all, because on our 1-year anniversary, we'll just go back to the bakery and like, maybe we can have them remake it, or like maybe we'll have like a slice or 2 or something like that. But you do not need to spend a ton of money on a freaking wedding cake. No one even eats it, honestly. I know someone that spent $800 on a cake, and they had so much cake left over, you guys. It's totally not worth the expense. But if you guys want to do that, by all means. Okay, so a choreographed first dance. We did not do a choreographed first dance. We just winged it. We actually didn't even practice it. Like, we tried to practice it, but things kind of like got in the way. So we ended up just winging it. And I thought it was like, it was better that way, because it was more natural and just less performative and like less choreographed. And I don't know, I really like that. And I will say, for the timeline, I like that we did, Tim and I, we had the bridal entrance, we had Tim and I's entrance, and then we went straight into our first dance. We went into the bride and father dance, and then we went into the groom and mother dance. So we like knocked out all the dances right then and there, which I really personally liked. And then we went into speeches, right? Yeah, and then we went into speeches, which we just like knocked out all that stuff that, you know, people kind of just like look at you and just stare at you for a long time. But we did that. My laptop's gonna die. Okay, this one is important. Do not feel the need to entertain your guests the entire time. I'm telling you right now, I'm so happy that we opted out of like a photo booth and just spending extra money. They're there to enjoy the love of you and your partner, not toddlers. Like, they don't need to be entertained the entire time. It's a wedding. Like, it's something that you go to. You already know you're just gonna eat dinner, you're gonna socialize, you're gonna have some cocktails, you're gonna, you know, watch some dances, some speeches. But they're there because of you two. Like, they don't need to be entertained. Because then it goes into my next point. And so for the guest book, we did a postcard guest book. So we had this like postcard stand I got from Amazon. We printed out 8 versions of Tim and I's engagement photo session. And I did this on Canva, where the front side was a picture of us, and then the back side was like lines, and then it said like love, and then they would be able to sign their name. That was our way of one version of a guest book. And so people got to pick out whatever like picture they liked the most or something, and then write their message and then stick it into a photo album. The other guest book was Sign Our Bible, so that was up at the ceremony. And honestly, you guys, as much and as cute as that idea is, a lot of people really didn't participate, and I feel like I kind of like dropped the ball on that. I don't really know how I would have done that better. Maybe giving them like a heads up of like, the Bible's gonna be there, so if you wanna sign it, come prepared with a verse. I don't know, because people may not have a verse off the top of their head to like highlight and sign. That was one other thing. Oh, yes. Okay, so this I kind of talked about not comparing your wedding to someone else's, but this kind of just piggies back off of that, and that is like, get off Pinterest, okay? There will come a point where you are planning, you're doing your vision boards, whatever, and everything's like on paper. When it came to me and my wedding, I actually had everything in a Canva document, which I think I want to show you guys. I just threw out all my photo inspos, etc. on there, and like what I wanted and everything like that. You will reach a point where it's like, you need to make decisions. I am someone that if I see something, I'm like, nope, doing this instead. My mind easily switches so fast and so much. That's what I thought I was really gonna struggle with when it comes to this planning the wedding, and it was a struggle of mine. But you have to get to a point where you need to just make a decision, and that's it. So get off Pinterest, stop saving things to your like little wedding inspo albums. If you have a vision, take a month and like really try to like figure everything out, bring it together, because then once you make decisions, that's when the like fun begins. That's when you can actually start planning and doing all the processes and all that kind of stuff. This one is talked about a lot, but whenever you search like what's the number one tip that you would take away from every wedding, everyone says stay with your partner the entire night. And I feel like for the most part, me and Tim stayed together pretty much the entire night, which I really liked. Like, yes, we did get pulled in different directions and stuff, and like we were spoken to, but I feel like everyone was really respectful of our time. Your friends and family are there and you'll see them, but like this is your day, like with him. Okay, oh my goodness, I really wish I started with this one way earlier. You will not focus on your body the day of the wedding. And I know this kind of sounds weird, but as someone that was like, I'm gonna lose 10 pounds before the wedding, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make sure I'm strength training, I'm gonna be doing Pilates, I'm gonna be doing yoga, I'm gonna be doing all this stuff because I want the perfect body for my wedding. You have this expectation of losing weight. Like, your bridal alteration appointments, your dress appointments, they're not back to back. So they're scattered around months, at least mine were. Like, I had 4 dress alteration appointments. So if I were to lose weight, you guys, like that means she would need to be altering my dress 4 more times. If it is your year of your wedding, just be more mindful of what you're eating, but like don't try to be like, oh, I really need to like lose 30 pounds and do this. It's like, no, your partner loves you for you. So show up as you. I did not even think about, I was like, oh my gosh, I have like my stomach area, like it looks big, or oh, my shoulders look broad, or oh, this. Like, I have my insecurities of my own, but the day of the wedding, you are so present in the moment with what's going on, and like there's so much happening that you are not worried about what you look like. If your dress fits, that's what matters. If your makeup is on, that's what matters. And if your hair is up or down or whatever, that is literally what matters. You will not focus on your weight. I promise you, the day goes by so fast. Like your focus will be on so many other things. Planning a wedding is already stressful in itself, so don't add more stress onto your body. Also, so we did a photo, like a group photo with every single table. This was actually not my idea. My bridesmaid came up to me and she was like, I really think you should do this. That way people won't feel obligated to like pull you and take photos with you. And so just go to every table and like get a photo moment. And so we did that. I don't really know if I encourage that. Yeah, you're gonna have these photos with these groups of people, but like some people like don't even know some people at certain tables. Like, we tried to do our best with what we got, but yeah, I don't know about that. And that also goes hand in hand with like, if your grandparents are there, if there are people that you do not see, like make sure you are intentionally getting photos with them, because that you will definitely want. Like, I'm so grateful that my grandparents were there. So yes, take a moment to look at the crowd. There were multiple times where internally I was just like praying. I was like, thank you so much, God, for all this. Like, thank you so much. This night is going amazing. Like, thank you for my, Tim, thank you for my parents, thank you for everything. Like, thank you for just being present. And there are multiple times internally that I was just very mindful. I need to like thank God for what is going on, like what's happening, because it's truly amazing. It goes by so fast. So just truly take a moment to like look at the crowd, look at everything that's happening. Okay, a lot of people say that the brides don't eat on the day of the wedding. I don't know about you, I ate a lot of food. I finished my entire meal. I had 3 donuts. I did not have any appetizers because we were doing photos. I was in the bridal suite. I was munching. I was eating the entire day and I felt amazing. And like, I wasn't worried like, oh, I'm so bloated, or oh, I need to go to the bathroom. No, I knew I needed to eat. I am not the happiest gal if I'm not fed. So I just made sure that I ate the entire day. And yeah, if it's important to you, obviously, like, food's important to me. I need to eat. So I made sure I ate. Donut wall, that is what we did. So instead of doing like a $900 cake and all the different desserts and having like 14 different desserts that no one eats, we did a donut wall. Tim built the donut wall. I will insert it right here. I intentionally wanted each peg to hold 3 donuts because I didn't want 1 donut per peg, so that way people could have to constantly keep filling it. I was like, no, let's do 3 donuts per peg, and he literally did it, and it looked so amazing, and like, it was so awesome. I was so excited. And each peg had like a different flavor, the same flavor on each peg. Everyone loved it. It was like so fun. You know, you got to like pick your donut, and we had probably 6 different flavors. And then for those people that didn't like donuts, we had cupcakes. And so we just ordered like a small batch of cupcakes from Costco. Emergency kits. These are not used that much. Don't really waste your time on it. Honestly, do emergency kits as in like get something that's like this small, put it in the bathroom. I don't know, get the essentials like floss, maybe some hairspray, maybe some breath mints, and like a band-aid. I don't know. Emergency kits, we had huge ones and there was so much in it, and my mom did it and I love her and I'm so thankful she did it, but just a lot of the stuff was so unused and I was like, break your shoes in before the wedding. I didn't do this and my feet were killing me, but that's fine. They only started killing me like 2 hours before the event was over, so I was fine. Steam all of your clothing the day before. So I steamed all the bridal PJs that we did the day before because I didn't want to have to be steaming the day of the wedding. Like, that just adds so much more stress. So just try to do it the day before if you can. Okay, fake flowers. I did some fake flowers. I actually had a partnership with SB Blooms for fake flowers. So those were the boutonnieres, bridesmaids, bouquets, the flower girl flower crowns, and then what else? Oh, and then like a couple arrangements that we used throughout the wedding. So I was able to do a partnership, which I was so grateful to do. But if you can, I would check them out because we did the Audrey collection and they were beautiful. Like, these flowers were beautiful. They don't even look fake. So I highly recommend checking them out. And it's a rental service. Pick what you want, rent them out for like 4 or 5 days, and then you ship everything back. So you don't need to like worry about having stuff in your closet. Fake flowers for sure. I did spend a lot of money doing fake flowers for the ceremony arrangements, which I used Temu, Amazon, Michaels, and Shein. That took long, and I honestly thought I was gonna be saving money, which I think I kind of did, but I also used a real florist for like my bridal bouquet, his boutonniere, my dad's boutonniere, his dad's boutonniere, my godfather, and then like wrist corsages for my mom and mother-in-law. And there were like 2 big arrangements that I wanted to be real flowers for the sweetheart table, so we did those. Don't forget your veil. Oh my goodness, you guys, sorry, I'm wrapping up this video. It's already so freaking long. Don't forget your veil. 2 minutes before I'm walking down the aisle, my bridesmaid was like, hey, where's your veil? And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so we're all like, wow, like freaking out, but it ended up working. Just put that on your bridal duties, okay? Because that's the one I forgot. Make sure someone puts your veil in. Oh, okay. This one, writing personal thank yous. So I wanted to individually write every single person a thank you to all my vendors and my bridesmaids, and then my parents-in-law, and then my parents and my husband. So I wanted to write letters. It took freaking forever to do these. I'm not gonna lie. I just wanted it to be very intentional. Like, I just wanted to thank them for everything they did, and like the reason why they're my bridesmaid, and the reason why like we're so close in friendship, and like why I value their friendship and why I love them and whatever. So those were really good. Those were definitely tear jerkers, so I do recommend them. I did not have time to write a note for each guest that came to the wedding. I know a lot of people do that, which is really neat and unique. That just did not fit in my timeline. Don't feel like you need to get ready with all your bridesmaids, or don't even feel the need to have a bridal party, because I know there are some people that don't have a bridal party. It was important to me that I have my girls next to me. It was also important to me that they're in the suite with me getting ready, because it was so much fun. Everyone was doing their own makeup. We did get our hair done, but it was so fun just like interacting and laughing and like telling stories, and like we're all just like listening to music, and it was just such a special moment. So I really enjoyed that. But I do know some people that only get ready with their mom or something in the morning, or like they only get ready by themselves, and that is completely fine. So don't think that you have to do a certain thing because of what everyone else is doing. If you want to get ready by yourself or with people, like that is totally up to you. Okay, so I think that's it. If I have anything else, I will leave it down here or something. For the most part, I think I covered a lot of it, if I'm not mistaken. I just know that I forgot some other things, but that is it. So my next video is going to be the decor and details, because I am so excited, you guys. I am so excited to share with you guys the decor and details and like all of it, and like how I made and how I brought this vision to life. A lot of it was with Canva Pro, so Canva Pro, thank you. But I'm excited to share that. It was like the color scheme, the vision, what I wanted, all that stuff, the DIYs, everything like that. So in my next video, I will share that. If you guys have any questions or you guys want to know anything, please in the comments below, by all means, share with me the questions you may have, or even if you have like tips, because I'm sure people are gonna watch this video and they're gonna be like, oh, they're gonna look at the comment section and they're gonna try to find more tips. So let me know if I missed anything, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.
Bye.
That's my husband.